Hello, everybody. Welcome back. We are back here at Northline Raceway to see some of this really awesome progress that Jimmy's been making on that centerpiece of the pits that we talked about in the last video. Take a gander at it. That's that Lego building that we were talking about before. It's looking really awesome, but let's cut to the chase and talk to Jimmy about what he's been doing.
But nowhere near done, Ryan.
Yeah,
Nowhere
yeah.
near done. The Lego, the last segment showed the Lego blocks like this in color.
Right.
Since then, we've carved them. Took about 2 days to carve all of them.
I bet, yeah.
Glued them all together, and we painted all the walls flat black.
Right.
And then I gave it a coat of white, an off-white actually.
Yeah.
And you can see that as it comes down, there's less and less of the white and more of the black showing. And that helps me in the shading of it.
You can see.
Now we're going to do some shading maybe if we have time.
Right.
There were people who were asking about it. Again, it's far from being finished. It's still rather toy-like to me. But the stairs are in.
Yep.
The porch is in. The railings are not. The steps up to the second floor, and this is where the control tower is going to be.
Very cool.
The center of the pits.
That's very awesome. Okay.
Now, what I'm particularly proud of is that I designed this to show that there is a stairwell going down.
Take a look at this right here.
Let's illuminate that. If we don't illuminate it,
Yeah.
let's see. Under the track, it's going to be illuminated just like that.
There we go.
Can you get that view or no?
It's this right here.
Yeah, I got it.
Now, that necessitated me to cut holes in the track, in the surface of the track, so that this area would fit. Get a shot of that bottom, Gus.
Yeah.
This right here is the stairwell going down.
And that will go
So-
into the hole you cut.
That's
into the
right.
track.
There has to be a hole, a D-shaped hole cut into the track. And then another hole here to access for the wiring. All the wiring is going to be going up into the his and hers lavatories.
Very cool.
Because those doors will be closed.
Right.
The lighting you're seeing, we can talk about later, was done with inexpensive Christmas lights.
Yeah, those dollar store Christmas lights you can get a hold of.
Correct.
It's a great way to use them.
Yep, and I can still access them should a light go out and I have to fool around, but I have never had any trouble, and I've used about 20 sets of those.
Yeah.
I wanted to show you the front. Come around here, Gus. We had talked about this aluminum door frame. So that's it finished. And this is the hallway going through. You can see I did some signage work
Yeah. Yeah, I can see some of that
in
there.
there. And we still need doors to go in there for the bathrooms. This MDF has been weathered to look like cement. This acts as the threshold for the building.
Right.
This acts as the porch, and then the track itself goes from there.
Yeah,
So,
it's perfect. Yeah. Let's see.
I want to show you what I used for these walls.
Yeah, yeah. Let's
I'm
take a
going to
look.
lift this.
I was gonna say it's a real interesting. I don't know what it is. It looks really interesting though.
This is scrapbookers use these right here. Gus is where you can get a good picture of that. Scrapbookers use those 8.5 by 11 sheets. Let me get by you, Ryan, so I can show that sheet. It looks like this, guys. Looks like this.
It's a textured sort of cardboard sheet.
50 cents
Yeah.
at Michael's or Joann's, and I paint it black.
Here's the part number if anybody wants.
Yeah, yeah. Just in case you guys
Yeah.
can pick that up yourself. You can get it in different.
I paint this black,
Paint it black.
and then I wisp it with a color.
Very
like
cool.
Red or a blue. and that represents corrugated steel.
Right.
And it's inexpensive, and I've used it. I'm going to use it to separate the pit garages. In this case, there's going to be pit garage number 6 is here with pillars that we're going to create. Pit garage. There'll be another wall here.
Yeah.
Pit garage 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And the same goes on that side. 5, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. These guys are made out of Menards yardsticks.
You're joking.
No, because for $1, you get the straightest, firmest, hardest pine you can buy.
Can you grab it and put it next to you?
That's
Sure.
pretty cool. That's a great. I wouldn't have even thought of that.
It's an inexpensive way to get real straight wood.
Yeah, that makes
So
sense.
what these do,
And this is from Menards, you said, right?
Menards, Home Depot, Lowe's, they all supply it. Even Ace Hardware has them. But what's nice is it doesn't have any knots in it because it's a yardstick.
Yeah.
They don't want it to curve. So there's going to be a spacer here and a spacer here. It can't go all the way across, or he's not going to be able to go up the stairs. It's going to be this way, and where'd the roof go? Here it is.
There it is.
So we should do a video, Ryan, on how I turn this paneling
Yeah.
into cement like that.
I was gonna say it's really detailed with the cracking and all that as well. So that'd be a very cool video to.
We did
see.
we did a segment on the business cards.
Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm. That was
but
one of ours.
this is painting MDF. When you scribe lines in there and paint it flat black, and then do the texturing that I'll show you how to do later, you end up with great expansion joints.
We'll have to do a segment on that.
Yeah,
for
and
sure.
this is just paneling. We had talked about where to get 1/8 inch MDF.
Yeah.
This is cheap paneling. You can get them for $19, $20 at Home Depot.
I'm assuming they
It's a
come in.
4x8 sheet.
Yeah, I was gonna say it comes in a pretty big
but
sheet.
they'll cut it into smaller pieces for you and take it for free, and you take it home.
Right. Perfect.
So I just wanted to give you guys an update of where we stood. There still has to be sidewalls put in there, and I need to finish the bonnet to cover the light.
Yeah. It's,
And we can do a segment on the lights too.
yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. I was gonna say, a lot of models that Christmas light would be just enough, but you got the housing and all that. It's even got the texture of the light like you'd see in real life. That's very cool.
Yeah, the hard part is the housing,
Yeah. Yeah.
because you can see the difference with or without. It goes from looking like a chintzy toy to something more realistic.
Right. It's very cool. Well, that's awesome. I'm glad we came back to take a look at this building. Thanks for showing us.
Okay, all right.
You had to mention one thing about the steps. It's a good time to mention it now.
Oh, yeah, we had a question about the
okay.
steps.
Yeah.
Somebody mentioned that the steps were made out of plywood.
Yes.
That I had put together. If you remember, I had suggested that you use 1/4 inch wood. In my case, I used plywood because I did this 20 years ago. And the error that I made was that 1/4 inch equals 8 inches, not 4 inches. And a riser on a step is 8 inches. That's where we get the 1/4 inch. I made a mistake saying that 1/4 inch was 4 inches. It's important to remember when you're working with this. Number one is to have a scale figure handy so you can always check yourself, because if it looks stupid, you made an error,
Yeah.
right off the bat. The second thing is to remember that in 1/32 scale, 3/8 of an inch equals a foot. So that means that 1/4 inch equals 8 inches,
Right.
and an 1/8 inch equals 4
Okay.
inches. That's why this is 4 inches thick.
Okay.
Because it's 1/8 of an inch.
When you said
What-
this, you meant the roof,
The
right?
roof, yes.
The
yes.
roof.
I can't catch up with you guys because it's a small model, so.
Today, I would use this yardstick, Ryan, to make this set of stairs. All we need to do is cut it to maybe about this big,
Right.
and then measure back. Where's my measure back? What the step is usually 12 inches to 10 inches.
Right.
So that would be 5/16. So we measure 5/16.
There you go. Yeah.
5/16. We'll strike a line. I'm gonna get another yardstick. I keep handy a whole stock of it because I use it a lot. And the side that isn't printed, I'm gonna glue this on right there.
Right. There you go. Yeah.
Cut this to length, and then do it again and again and again and again, and you end up with a staircase.
Huh.
And like I told your dad, it used to be this big.
You're right.
But as I cut slices to use around the racetrack, and sure, it's complicated to do, but once you have it done.
What I like is it's the new method. You did it
Yeah.
differently 20 years ago. Now you could do it
Yes, yes.
easier.
And when we do the video later on painting this MDF, the same applies to the steps. You can do it the same way.
It's really awesome. Well, thank you for showing us the update to your building.
Okay.
It's great improvement on the steps as well, man. That's really cool.
Yeah.
The yardsticks and all that.
Yeah. When I got tongue tied over the height of the riser, I thought I better look at it again. Then I thought, if I had to do this again today, I'd use these yardsticks.
It's a great tip. Well, anyway, thank you all for joining us. It's a great update, and please stop by on the next one. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed. Signing off.